Hello friends, this is Karthikeya Singh, working as an assistant professor in the School of Management Sciences, Varanasi. As you all know, we are covering this business research method and we are going to start a separate chapter, that is third unit of business research method. And we have segregated this entire unit into 5 parts. So we are going to start with the first topic, scaling and measurement techniques. Let me tell you one thing, in fourth and fifth part, I'll take some liberty to cover this topic. So I have created separate slides for that, but I'll merge few of the topic from the fourth and fifth part. But before moving ahead, we are just going to start with the scaling and measurement techniques. So let's move and start with the topic. First, before starting the topic, just try to understand what particular branch of science usually covers measurement. So we term it as metrology. This metrology is the term which is being provided to the science of pure measurement. So most of the time which engineering metrology is restricted to the measurement of length and angles. So if you try to consider it, you have to take an example of the physical measurements. Most of the physical measurements which are going to be used in engineering and are done through some mechanical devices are covered under this metrology, like height, like length, breadth, width, height, pressure, luminous intensity, all those physical attributes which can be measured through some physical devices. But if you talk about research measurement, apart from measuring through some physical device or uh, uh, any particular instrument, in research we also devise certain instrument like questionnaire through measure your attitude, your perception, your leadership skill, your motivation level. So it is not necessary that in research we are always going to measure things through some physical measurement tools. We can also utilize some instrument like questionnaire, like observation, like some mechanical devices which measures your attitude and perceptions. So measurement in terms of physical measurement with device is considered under this metrology. But if you are going to consider measurement for research, we are going to gauge all those non-physical attributes, like all qualitative things are also be going to be measured under research. So if you move further with this concept, now basic measurement definition is measurement is defined as the process of numerical evaluation of a dimension or the process of comparison with a standard measuring instrument. Measurement is defined as the process. The most important line is this: the process of numerical evaluation of a dimension or physical comparison with standard measuring instrument. I'll take you through these definitions. Once I'll complete one more statement, after that I'll come back to this. Now, quantifying the dependent variable is the most important thing which any particular measuring tool or measuring instrument usually does. What do you understand by this? Quantifying the dependent variable. Let me take use of this text box. It will give you some, like in most of the places I have taken example of sales training. It is being given to test unit. Test unit is your sales force, and after giving sales training to your sales force, we are eager to know the sales performance. Now this is an independent variable, this is the dependent variable. So if we want to measure it, we'll have to quantify this dependent variable. In independent is sales training, dependent is sales performance. But how much sales performance has taken place, there are several ways to measure it. First thing, we can quantify it in terms of number of units. How much number of units a particular sales people is able to sell, how much performance is being gauged for a particular territory, even if we can consider or convert it into in terms of revenue, the revenue generated by a particular sales force or a particular sales territory. So these are the ways to convert this dependent variable or quantify this dependent variable, and this measurement does this thing only, because without quantifying your dependent variable, measurement purpose will not be fulfilled. So you have to quantify your dependent variable. That's what we are doing here. And if you take it further, there are several examples. For time, we are using clock. For height, we are using tape, temperature, like thermometer and other mechanical devices. Weight, we are weighing machines. Length, gauging tapes and other instruments are also there. So these are examples of physical measurements. But in most of these cases, we are just trying to quantify things. We are going to assign certain number to the measurement. Without assigning any numeral value, without assigning any number to your measurement, it is not going to serve the purpose. So basically, we are quantifying things, and the most important thing is we are interested in quantifying your dependent variable. If we really talk about in terms of research. So let's move further. Erase your all markers here, otherwise it will infiltrate into the next slide also. So now let's start. Now one by one we'll cover this need for measurement, why we usually need measurement. As in the previous slide itself, I have told you the most important purpose for measurement is to give comparison, or without measurement we won't be able to compare things. So measurement serves the purpose of comparison. Second one by one we'll cover all those important things. The first one is research conclusions are only as good as the data on which they are based. So research is totally dependent upon the data which we are fetching or which we are drawing from the market. So research is only as good as the data on which they are based. So this data collection is part of your measurement. So if your measurement would be sufficient, then your data would be good. And if your data would be good, your research compliance would be very much prominent. So take it through this example. Data is part of measurement, means through data, we usually get through measurement. And if our measurement is appropriate, we get data, proper data, and through that proper data, we will be able to complete our research properly. So if you take it in Hindi, measurement ऐसा इंग्रेडिएंट है जिसके वजह से हम प्रॉपर डेटा गेज कर पाते हैं, और हमारे पास अगर प्रॉपर डेटा होगा तभी हम प्रॉपर रिसर्च कर पाएंगे. तो मेजरमेंट अच्छा डेटा देता है, और अच्छा डेटा अच्छा रिसर्च में हेल्प करता है. इसी तरह से सेकंड पॉइंट पे चलते हैं. सेकंड पॉइंट सेज observations must be quantifiable in order to subject them to the statistical analysis. Without testing your data and without checking their statistical viability, any research is not going to serve their purpose. So what these observations are going to tell? Observation must be quantifiable, and quantifiable means without measurement these things are not going to be quantifiable. So to get appropriate data, we have to quantify things, and without quantifying we are not going to do any kind of a statistical analysis. So measurement serve the purpose of quantifying things. Measurement, highlight this point, measurement serve the purpose to quantify things, and by quantifying things, statistical analysis is expected to be done. So without quantifying, you won't be able to do a statistical analysis, and all these things are going to be done through measurement. Let's move further. It is being elaborated in this animation also. If you have done proper observation and if you have quantified things, you'll be able to do proper research. So proper observation and proper measurement is being done, and if proper measurement is being done, that means it has been quantified. And if people have already quantified things, then only will be able to use this statistical analysis for the same. Now take the third statement or third important point. In this, they say a dependent variable must be measured in quantitative study. In qualitative or quantitative studies, basically what we usually try to gauge is the dependent variable. Now take this through animation. Dependent variable, we are interested to measure this dependent variable, and in this dependent variable, let's highlight this through this. In this dependent variable, if we are quantifying it, we can quantify it through direct method and indirect method. There are two ways to quantify things. Direct method means, like in sales performance, if you are measuring it in terms of quantity, we are directly quantifying it. Or in terms of sales volume, in terms of sales revenue, in terms of sales unit, whatever the unit you are going to use, we are going to measure it directly. But if we talk about customer satisfaction, how much satisfied is a customer, we are not going to measure it directly, because we cannot measure it in terms of kg, liter, or height or width. This can only be gauged through proper scaling technique. And this scaling techniques, we can draw a Likert scale of highly satisfied to least satisfied, and we can put mark, or customer can put mark whether they are highly satisfied or highly dissatisfied with a particular brand or a particular services. So if we are going to quantify qualitative aspect, we are going to use this indirect method. But if we are going to measure some physical attributes, we are going to do this through direct method. And let's elaborate it in Hindi also, so that people can understand. रिसर्च में जनरली हम लोग डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल को क्वांटिफाई करने की कोशिश करते हैं, और डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल को अगर हम क्वांटिफाई कर रहे हैं, मतलब उसको एक कोई नंबर असाइन कर रहे हैं, वो दो तरीके से हो सकता है, डायरेक्ट मेथड से और इनडायरेक्ट मेथड से। डायरेक्ट मेथड से कोई भी लंबाई हो, ऊंचाई हो, गहराई हो, किसी चीज को हम डायरेक्टली मेजर करके उसको अगर यूनिट में मेजर करते हैं तो वो डायरेक्ट मेथड कहा जाता है। जबकि इनडायरेक्ट मेथड आपका एटीट्यूड, आपका परसेप्शन, आपका सेटिस्फैक्शन, आपका लीडरशिप स्किल, जो क्वालिटेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स होते हैं, उनको हम किसी स्केल में मेजर करके, जैसे लिकर्ट स्केल बहुत फेमस स्केल है, बोलते हैं सेटिस्फाइड हैं या नहीं हैं आप। तो अगर आप सेटिस्फाइड हैं तो आप एक लिकर्ट स्केल बनाएंगे। लिकर्ट स्केल पे आप हाईली सेटिस्फाइड से हाईली डिससेटिस्फाइड के बीच में एक स्केल ड्रॉ करेंगे, और उसमें से कस्टमर से पूछेंगे कि आप इनमें से कहाँ पे अपने आप को पाते हो, आप क्या मतलब आपका सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल हाईली सेटिस्फाइड में फॉल करता है या फिर हाईली डिससेटिस्फाइड में फॉल करता है। और उसके बेसिस पे आप इनडायरेक्टली उनके सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल को भी मेजर कर पाते हो। सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल को इनडायरेक्टली मेजर करने का मतलब कि आप उसको केजी में नहीं तौल सकते। आप ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि कोई कस्टमर 4 केजी सेटिस्फाइड है या 7 लीटर सेटिस्फाइड है। तो आपको उसके लिए एक स्केल, इनडायरेक्ट मेथड में आपको एक स्केल क्रिएट करना पड़ता है, जो स्केलिंग टेक्निक्स मेजरमेंट चैप्टर में ही वी आर गोइंग टू कवर इट लेटर ऑन, एंड that will tell you how to measure those through qualitative aspect through indirect methods. So just at this point of time, we are interested in measuring dependent variable, and we are going to quantify it, and we quantify it through two ways, direct or indirect method. Now the last one, more precise sensitive method of measurement, the better. What these people are trying to say, if you are going to measure precisely or its sensitivity is more, they are going to get good result, and it is going to give you better results. अगर आपका मेजरमेंट प्रिसाइज है, सेंसिटिव है और एग्जैक्ट मेजरमेंट किया गया है, तो आपके पास अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आते हैं और एरर कम मिलते हैं। जबकि सच्चाई है कि आप बहुत अच्छा मेजरमेंट करते हुए तो भी उस पर एरर की गुंजाइश होती है, स्पेशली रिसर्च में, जहां पे आप क्वालिटेटिव चीजों को मेजर कर रहे हैं और वो पर्सन टू पर्सन वेरी करता है। तो उस केस में आपका सेंसिटिव होना, प्रिसाइज होना, जो आप चाह रहे हैं वही आप निकाल पा रहे हैं। अगर आप ऐसा कर पा रहे हैं तो आपको अच्छे रिजल्ट्स मिलेंगे। सो if measurement is done very precisely and sensitivity is there, then chances of getting a better result will be very much prominent. So this is up to this slide. Let's move further. But before that, let's erase it. Otherwise, it will infiltrate into the next slide. Now, let's move to the next slide. Again, need for the measurement. I'm continuing with the same topic. Helps in measuring qualitative variables. I have taken 3-point Likert scale: satisfied, neutral, and dissatisfied. Qualitative, your satisfaction level is your qualitative aspect. So we can measure it through a scale. This is also a scale which we have created, and this scale is categorized as Likert scale, and that's its 3-point Likert scale. And we'll try to learn the process of creating Likert scale. Different types of scales are there. We'll learn it one by one in further parts of these lecture videos. But at this point of time, I'm just trying to elaborate it how these qualitative things are measured. So qualitative things are measured through these Likert scales: satisfied, neutral, and dissatisfied. And we are trying to measure this through indirect method. And Likert scale is basically an indirect method through which we are interested in quantifying or measuring these qualitative variables. Second point says helps in measuring quantitative variables also. How? Let's understand it. If you are having sales, marks, budget, these are quantitative. This can be measured directly. If you are having sales, you can say that this much amount of sales has happened, or this much of rupees is being sold for a particular product. Marks, it is directly quantifiable. You have got 70 marks in 100 marks out of 100 marks. And in budget, whatever money intake is there, how you are going to spend it. The entire documentation is being done on budget. So these are quantified things, and these are quantitative variables which can be measured directly also. Sales volume in terms of rupees, marks, whichever is being faced or gauged in full marks, budget, from which source money will come and on what sources this money will be spent. Fourth one, now let's third point says helps in testing hypothesis empirically. Most important thing. Most of the people usually flounder around this hypothesis testing. So whatever hypothesis, just I'm going to glimpse. Hypothesis is the presumption or assumption which we usually make at the start of the research. Entire research takes place on the basis of this hypothesis building, because in the second step itself, after literature, or third step, after literature review, we build this hypothesis and we try to match it with the data collection or conclusion. Whatever conclusion is being drawn from the collected data, we try to match it with the hypothesis which we have built at the start of the research. So research usually try to compare the result or final conclusion with the hypothesis, and this can only be done through measurement. If measurement is not there, then you cannot test your hypothesis empirically. Empirically means through data. So this is being elaborated through this animation also. Hypothesis and conclusion, this can be measured or matched through empirical statistical analysis, and this can only be possible through this measurement. Hypothesis empirical study is expected to be done, and this conclusion which we come across after doing data analysis. So whatever conclusion has come out of data analysis, we are going to match it with the hypothesis which we people have built at the beginning of the research through empirical data or through first-hand data which we collect from the market. Empirical means first-hand data which we usually collect to complete that research. So hypothesis testing is possible, empirical testing of hypothesis is only possible if measurement is done properly. So measurement is also suffice the purpose of hypothesis testing. Now let's move to the next point. Physical parameter into meaningful number. Whatever physical parameters are there, measurement helps us to convert into a meaningful number. Any physical parameter like your length, breadth, volume, measurement usually provide it some designated number, and on the basis of which we usually measure things. So physical parameters are being provided with the numbers. Now let's revise it in Hindi also, so that more people can understand. मेजरमेंट क्वालिटेटिव वेरिएबल्स को मेजर करने की कोशिश करता है, और उसके लिए वो इनडायरेक्ट मेथड्स यूज करता है, जैसे लिकर्ट स्केल. यहाँ पे अगर सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल की बात करें तो सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल को हम 3 पॉइंट लिकर्ट स्केल में कैसे बोलेंगे? सेटिस्फाइड है, न्यूट्रल है या डिससेटिस्फाइड है. कस्टमर या तो डिससेटिस्फाइड होगा या माइंड मेकअप नहीं कर पाएगा तो बोलेगा कि आई एम नॉट क्लियर वेदर आई एम सेटिस्फाइड और डिससेटिस्फाइड, और वो बोलेगा कि नहीं मैं सेटिस्फाइड हूँ. तो ये क्वालिटेटिव सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल क्वालिटेटिव एस्पेक्ट है जिसको मेजरमेंट के थ्रू हम मेजर करते हैं. क्वांटिटेटिव वेरिएबल्स को भी हम मेजर करते हैं. क्वांटिटेटिव वेरिएबल्स जैसे सेल्स हो गया, आपके मार्क्स हो गए, आपके बजट फिगर्स हो गए. सेल्स आप उसको रुपीज में कन्वर्ट करके बोलो, सेल्स रेवेन्यू में बोलो, क्वांटिटी में बोलो, ये सारी चीजें क्वांटिफाइबल हैं और उसको नंबर्स में हम लोग डायरेक्टली मेजर कर सकते हैं. आपके मार्क्स जो आप पाते हो, फुल मार्क्स में से कुछ मार्क्स पाते हो, वो भी डायरेक्टली मेजर हो सकता है क्योंकि नंबर्स में ऑलरेडी मेंशन होता है. बजट, पैसे कहाँ से आ रहे हैं और पैसे कहाँ जाएंगे, वो पूरा लेखा जोखा साल भर का जो हम देते हैं बजट के थ्रू, वो भी नंबर्स में होता है, क्वांटिफाइड होता है. उसको हम एक बजट से दूसरे बजट में कंपेयर भी कर सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पे चीजें क्वांटिटेटिव में मेजरली हम लोग डायरेक्ट मेजरमेंट करते हैं, और ये भी मेजरमेंट के थ्रू ही पॉसिबल होता है. हम लोग टॉपिक पढ़ रहे हैं नीड ऑफ मेजरमेंट. तो क्वालिटेटिव वेरिएबल्स को मेजर करने में मेजरमेंट हेल्प करता है, क्वांटिटेटिव वेरिएबल्स को मेजर करने में मेजरमेंट हेल्प करता है, हाइपोथेसिस को टेस्ट करने में, हाइपोथेसिस जो हम रिसर्च के स्टार्ट में बिल्ड करते हैं और उसको कंक्लूजन के साथ मैच करते हैं, वो भी एम्पिरिकली, मतलब जो फर्स्ट हैंड डेटा हम कलेक्ट करते हैं उसका डेटा एनालिसिस करते हैं और एक कंक्लूजन तक पहुंचते हैं. फाइनली कंक्लूजन को अपने हाइपोथेसिस से मैच करते हैं, दोनों चीजें मैच कर रही है कि नहीं, तब हम रिजेक्ट, एक्सेप्ट या रिजेक्ट करते हैं. तो ये भी तब पॉसिबल है जब हम मेजरमेंट करें. प्रॉपर मेजरमेंट होगा, प्रॉपर कंक्लूजन तक पहुंचेंगे, और प्रॉपर कंक्लूजन तक पहुंचेंगे तभी हम लोग हाइपोथेसिस टेस्ट कर पाएंगे एम्पिरिकली. और लास्ट में फिजिकल जितने पैरामीटर्स होते हैं उनको नंबर असाइन करने का काम भी मेजरमेंट करता है. तो यहां तक नीड फॉर मेजरमेंट हो गया. आगे बढ़े. दिस इज इट अप टू basic need for measurement. I tried to make it as simple as possible. I hope you'll keep on visiting this YouTube channel so that you can be updated with the next uploads. Thank you so much for watching.